Occasionally I fear very expect how one day our job will no much longer be necessary, says Adepoju Jeioba, the Nigerian founding member of the Tan-Ki basis. 7 years ago Adepoju, or Paju for brief, ditched her so-paid job in law to boat train conventional childbirth service staff through Nigeria to supply babies. She later advanced a cut-off price bag of significant clean care kit how has sold out through village Nigeria save thousands of lives. Standing about $4, £3, the kit contains items such as disinfecting, clean gloves, a knife to cut the umbilical string, a mat to lie on for labor and tablets to bring hemorrhage following childbirth. Her friends and household tested to discourage her of outgoing her job, but she says the die of a shut boyfriend in birth leftward her in no stock option. My boyfriend was educated man and it done me sit downward, and miracle how if who is financially thinner can die at birth, which is event in village areas wherever they do not include the means. I was very frantic, I didn't wish to miss nobody else. I do not believe the trial of earning lifetime should reason the die of else man, she says. On in her sibling, a physician oneself, she solved, to discover out for herself the fact of how female in village areas of Nigeria were giver childbirth. Which she found was deep harassing. We saw female giver childbirth on naked floors, we saw medical staff with their jaw to absorb out the slime of newborns to hinder asphyxiation, she says. We saw childbirth service staff split umbilical cords in rusted blades and window, exhibiting newborns to neonatal tetanus, and lot of them moribund. Main things love wash yours hands is a issue, and setting on a gauntlet is a big transactions. Every day in Nigeria, 118 pregnancies end in die. The nation has one of the highest numbers of parent deaths in the planet. Giver childbirth is so dangerous, says Paju, how it has undertaken on a religious measurement, and female are far more than potential to go a conventional maternity hospital wherever herb remedies and pray are more than overall rather than clean machinery. In answer, she set up the Tan-Ki basis to boat train conventional childbirth service staff in contemporary methods of supplying babies. Slight did she understand at the period how time she was making it would after ensure a prepared made allocation web for her care kit mind. I implemented how things we buy in Lagos are a lot more than costly in the polar. A gauntlet for sample can be 3 times more than costly. They did an original run of 30 packs, negotiations in manufacturers for the cheapest probable prices, more profitable rather than the price of the items in Lagos and far more profitable rather than the price of the means in village areas. Several human beings said us they would yet not be capable to provide the price of the package, she says. Yet they include a 9-er monthly time to promote to the package. If at each prenatal they gave a deposit, later by the period they came to supply it would be paid to. In the history 4 persons year, the Tan-Ki basis has allocated about part a millionth supply kits. The conjunction of learning and supplying the packs has diminished deaths by hemorrhage following childbirth by a block in areas wherever they are utilized, says the basis. This major traction is in prevent contagion in both of the mom and the infant while he's unborn, and how's a nice concept since contagion is one of the causes of parent mortality rate, says Bozda Falabi, Prof of Midwifery and Gynecology at Lagos College Training Clinic. If you include pure gloves, a pure region to supply in and pure inventory to cut the placental and umbilical cord later, you are potential to include a reducing in contagion rates. One day Paju arriving at her office space to a telephone communication of CEO Barack Obama's White's building. She went household and said her man on it and they coordinated it was perhaps a telephone fraud. Don't he offer nobody yours pin quantity or yours expense quantity, he said her. But it very was an invite of the White's building. They were attractive and businessmen of every mainland and Paju had been singled out as the man to go of Africa. I recall walk in the White's building and it sense love a vision, she says. We talked on invest in Africa and public health thoroughness. It noted a laid spot for the job I was making.